Just 4 blocks from where a Brooklyn Park boy was fatally shot last summer in North Minneapolis, President Obama gives an address on gun violence.
The president spoke at the Minneapolis Police Department's Special Operations Center. Delane Cleveland was there and has more on the president's speech. Delane?
Mike and Alex, President Obama spoke for about 15 minutes today to rally support around his plan to reduce gun violence. That plan includes a ban on assault weapons, universal background checks, and improved mental health screening of potential gun owners. However, he admits that people will need to put pressure on Congress for those proposals to ever become law.
Now, changing the status quo is never easy. This will be no exception. The only way we can reduce gun violence in this country is if the American people decide it's important, if you decide it's important. If parents and teachers, police officers and pastors, hunters and sportsmen, Americans of every background stand up and say, this time it's got to be different. We've suffered too much pain to stand by and do nothing.
The fact that President Obama chose to launch his campaign in Minneapolis stems from a series of youth initiatives put in place by Minneapolis police. Those initiatives helped reduce the number of young people injured by gun violence by 40%. Brooklyn Park Police Chief Mike Davis says his city has many of the same initiatives to reduce violence, but he also advocated for the president's proposals to help make his job easier.
I mean, for us, I want to make sure that no one who shouldn't have a gun has a gun. I mean, that's the primary focus. And so it's background checks, it's making sure that the systems that collect data for the background checks aren't clogged. I mean, it's a number of things that we got to make sure, are in place. And so we could start there.
Before the president spoke to the audience, he met privately with a number of elected officials, law enforcement officers, and local residents who have experienced gun violence. And Mike and Alex, according to the White House website, the president boarded Air Force One to head back to Washington around 3 o'clock today. And there's a number of different proposals that are out there for this gun initiative, so people who want a full list of that, I'll put a link up on our website up for this story. That's at 12.tv for people who want to know.
All right. Thanks a lot, Delane.